Okay, the pre-show has started. The pre-show has been accepted across the board.
Okay, so we hit that.
Go ahead and share up your...
There we go.
Let me know when you got the stream shared up.
Okay, I gotta go back to main. Come on, catch up. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do.
And while you're doing that, I'll test the audio.
Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let me do that. Okay. Let's see. Closed captions are off. Okay. Get out of here. That's taken care of. So now we should go. There we go. How's the audio?
Okay, the audio has been tested.
Okay. So we should be good. Should be good to go.
Okay, can I start the timer?
I can hit the button to start the timer.
Okay.
And we go.
Whenever you're ready.
Click on that. Click on this. There we go.
Here's your first guest.
Yep, there's that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mick'S World. Today we are going to be having a discussion about whatever you guys want to talk about. The only thing I have to say is stay on subject. If you make stupid comments that are not on subject and I don't care for you, I'm not going to answer you, not going to pay attention to you. So, in other words, don't waste your energy. And I want to welcome Ange to my show. It's been a while since I've been able to catch her. She's been busy doing her thing. So, as you saw during the pre-show, and I'll put it up again, my friend Crystal is holding a free clothing and book bag giveaway on August 29th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at her home on, where are we? 13 Dempster Street in Buffalo, New York. If you want to contact her, her contact information is on the bottom of the page. I will post this again later. But, okay, so long story short, I'm going to be taking questions and comments from people. Anybody who wants to call in could call in. The number 716-202-8430. Yes, she is. She got hired to do face painting at an event for kids. And she does a really good job at face painting. Plus, She does sell her own merchandise. She makes t-shirts and business cards, stickers, and that kind of stuff. But like I said, I'll put the thing back up again later. And again, the number is 716-202-8430. So we're gonna chit chat back and forth. I want everybody to realize that we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. When the show is over, it will get posted to TikTok. Last week I did a show and I got 102 views on TikTok. Let's make that number happen again, or better, people, please. Okay, first off, we had, like I said last week, we lost a couple members of the family members of the Think Twice family. Again, I want to give my condolences to them, to their families and their friends. But on top of that, we have different events coming up. August 30th at Shawnee Fire Hall will be Nickel City Wrestling Rising Dawn, I think it is. I could be right, I could be wrong. I'd have to figure it out again. The show on the 29th. We have the Erie County Fair coming up in August. There are veterans, the Veterans Photography Group through Veterans One Stop have some photos entered in there. Prizes, we don't know what the prizes will be if we win or not, but we'll try. I have 2 photos in there. Everybody in our photography group has 2 photos in there. Some people have wood carvings in there also, and other types of art. Then on top of that, coming in September or October, there will be the Veterans Art Festival done at the VA hospital. Submissions have to be put in mid-August. I can't remember the exact, hang on. I'll get the exact dates, my brain. They have to be put in from September 15th through October 15th. Okay, so I was wrong. And the art show is October 23rd from 11 to 2. That will be at the VA hospital. Hey, Summer. On top of that, there are a few other things going on. And everybody, be really careful with what you're doing in the heat, and make sure you take care of your neighbors. Check on them. Check on the elderly, individuals with that have breathing issues, and but there's a few other things that you can keep an eye on. Hang on, I'm gonna do a little bit more sharing, so people can yell at me later. I don't care. Half these people, I can't remember who they are. Yeah, I'll send one to him so he doesn't beat me up later. Okay, get those sent out. My Blakey is actually Blake is going to be going into Head Start in September. It's a big accomplishment for the little guy. And we all know Daniel's watching too, but you know, he can't really comment and say what he feels. But it's going to be a big accomplishment for the little man. He's going into Head Start and going to be working on getting ready to go to school, which is going to drive his mommy nuts because she likes being with her Blakey. He's always giggling at me. He's a punk. I'll see how it is. I won't take him to the Erie County Fair with me then, if he wants to be a punk. But like I said, Nickel City Wrestling, Erie County Fair. I think over the weekend they're doing a reenactment up at Old Fort Niagara. There is the Thunder on Niagara, which, honestly, I don't think they should be taking over Gratwick Park, but, it's not my opinion, and it really doesn't matter to people. Because they just wasted a whole week of taking over the park and charging people $2 to park at a public park. And, oh, we got a caller. Let's see who we get calling in. Welcome to Mick'S World. The craziness begins.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm overworked, underpaid.
As usual.
Yeah. And I'm eating peanuts.
You're eating peanuts.
Peanuts, crackers, grapes, and cherries. What a great combination.
What kind of peanuts?
They're the dry roasted salted peanuts.
Are they planters or just gummies?
I have no clue. I honestly
It sounds like a nice little platter.
Well, let me put it this way. There's the peanuts. There's the crackers. There's the grapes.
What kind of crackers?
Ritz. Only the best,
Okay.
And then there's the cherries. And I even
didn't see them.
there they are.
Okay.
And we even have a little thing that says pits.
Hit.
A little plastic container for the pits.
Oh, they're the green grapes.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask a question.
I didn't do it.
Now, people take grapes and they make wine out of it, correct?
Yes.
And they take the darker grapes and they make red wine, and they take the lighter grapes and they make white wine.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or are the dark grapes really like purple? And the white grapes are green.
They're green, but you got to figure you're talking about the juice. You're not talking about the actual skin and pulp, because that's all pressed out and stomped out or whatever, however they want to do it these days.
But don't they call them white grapes?
Yeah.
But they're not white; they're green.
Brian 716NT. Do I even know who you are?
Hi, Brian. Wherever you are.
I'm trying to think of who it is, but since I don't know who it is, I'll have to figure it out later. Blakey wants the grapes. He can come fight me for them. See, I got a whole big thing of them.
You got to share.
No, I don't. He's not here. My show.
Okay. Fruit's good for kids.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to leave that comment alone. Why? I shared with them. I dropped off milkshakes today.
Yeah.
No, I don't, Brian. Who are you?
So what are your plans for the weekend? Do you have anything planned?
Actually, no. Oh, okay. I don't have anything planned as of yet. I do know that I'm going to the farmer's market tomorrow.
Yeah. I wonder what goodies they have there.
I'm hoping they have something that's worth my time. I don't feel like just walking around and buying eggs.
Well, maybe they have some cheese.
You told me you were going with your mom. Plus, you don't get up at the time I go. You guys will still be sleeping at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Who?
Summer. She goes with us.
Oh.
And She doesn't get up at the time I get up. I get up at 7. I go there at 7 o'clock in the morning. You guys will still be sleeping.
Yeah, you go there before all the people show up.
What are you trying to tell me? I can't go until 11?
I didn't say that.
No, Summer's going not till 11, not with Daniel. Daniel woke up at 6 a.m. He's learning from the best. Okay, so Brian asked how we're all doing, and I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better than I was because somebody's actually paying attention to my medications and medical. So,
How are you doing, Brian?
too tired. But like I said, there's Nickel City Wrestling. There's Canal. Well, not Canal Fest. Thunder on the Niagara, but you're gonna have to pay to park there, and don't try standing on the side of the road farther up because the cops will either ticket you or arrest you. They haven't decided which one they're gonna do yet. And honestly, if you got a boat, no, you don't, Summer. And if you got a boat, they're going to close down a section of the Niagara River for the races, so you're not going to be able to get down that far. Which I seriously believe, that's a free river. It shouldn't be blocked off. It shouldn't be shut down, and the park should not be used for events like this. Because let's be honest, Canal Fest, people that wanted to launch their boats, they couldn't launch their boats because the park was closed down. We had accidents when people were trying to get out or people waiting 40 minutes or more to leave Canal Fest. And then traffic on River Road was backed up and honestly all screwed up. But
For hours on end, yeah.
as somebody told me, nobody died. So, yeah, nobody died. And there weren't any fights.
Good, I guess.
At Canal Fest, or as they call it, River Fest, they should have called it River Fest because they put it on the Niagara River instead of the Erie Canal where it usually was. And
Yeah.
there are so many rumors about why that happened, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. It was because the Tonawanda cops didn't want to pay their officers overtime, and they didn't want to deal with it anymore. Plus, last year they caught the treasurer embezzling money from Canal Fest, so we'll see what happens.
But didn't they do that in North Tonawanda a couple of years ago?
It was
where the people in the government were embezzling money.
Yeah, they do it all the time. They actually did an audit in North Tonawanda where they found $69,000 went MIA. They don't know where it went. But then, as soon as the audit came out, we started getting streets fixed. And all of a sudden, these streets started getting blacktopped and redone.
Funny that they can steal all that money and nothing ever happens to them, but if we miss a payment on something or miss a taxes or something, we get our house taken away.
Yeah, I'm going to actually...
Something that we already own.
Okay, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to promote that. Okay, again, like I said, free clothing and book bag giveaway at 13 Dempster Street. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. I've heard people call it a whole bunch of different things. August 29th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It is being hosted by Crystal McMillan or Crystal's Creative Workshop and Brian Bowman. He's the city councilman. He's supposed to be showing up there. And yours truly will be there. Or as I should put it, Sharpshooter Photography will be there doing pictures for Crystal and probably bringing my printer again. There is a basket raffle, $5 per sheet. 50-50 is 2 for 1. Bring a bag because there'll be extra clothes. please bring bags for free clothing items. Okay, now we go back to me. Yay.
If you post that on your page or send it to my page, then I can post it
I will.
in the groups and stuff.
I'll make sure I get it taken care of. I think I've got it someplace where I can get it.
Okay.
It also works. There's also different groups inside of Buffalo and Niagara Falls called Free Helping Hands. The gentleman who runs Free Helping Hands and his wife, their names are John Campbell and Veronica Campbell. They will also help you find some clothing if you need it in Niagara Falls. Plus, I'm going to have to get with John, but there's also a Niagara Falls Peacekeepers kind of thing going on, where they show up at events and just not get physically. Whoa. Oh, okay, never mind. I lost my train of thought because I saw this big, huge post pop up. But like I was saying, John has formed a group called the Niagara Peacekeepers. They will come to funerals. They will come to events and, in a show of force, keep out the bad issues. And yours truly will be joining them as soon as I find out when the information again. But they also have the Buffalo Peacekeepers. They are a group that runs through Buffalo. They help with events. They are there for security reasons if need be. I do know of, I can't think of the name of it, but there is a group that goes down to Niagara Square, I think it is, and hands out free food. Yeah, Brian, you're absolutely right. They are very good people. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Mr. Rob Chase will be doing For Love of Puppets this Thursday, if I'm correct, with Tony Provolone. He will be the host and the guest host for Love of Puppets. John and Veronica are very caring. I have taught John how to use his camera. When he can't figure out how to fix it, I fix it for him. Yeah. But we're not going to go into that. There's also, everybody keep an eye out for upcoming events. There will be a Snuggle and Love event for those that are part of that group. I don't know when it's going to be yet, but I know they put out a sign-up sheet recently for the Christmas event. That will be, be honest with you, that Christmas event is probably going to be a two-parter for the people. And we'll have the special needs kids. We'll get to visit with Santa Claus, get gifts, and there'll be hot chocolate and other things. And I'm thinking, from what I heard, it's going to be at a church in Lockport. I asked my roommate Angela if she would teach me how to do tarot, and one day I'm going to be doing tarot card readings on air, hopefully, or getting somebody to come on either via Zoom and do tarot card readings, because I really miss having somebody doing tarot card readings. I based my show almost every couple of weeks or every couple of months on a tarot card reader. But how do I put this? I'm trying to be nice. But things happened.
I can do that.
But things happened that took a.
We just move on from. That's all.
It took a turn for the worse. Also, if you get a chance, support Rob and Russ on their Faircat show on Thursdays. Support the No Exit Experience with Rob, Richard, and Jason. Support for Love of Puppets. There's a bunch of different shows that people that you can support here on Think Twice Radio. Give the people their likes. Help them get their numbers. There's actually a show. I'm not going to be mean to anybody, but their show is, they changed their format a little bit, and their numbers went down. They brought on a guest host that forced their numbers down. They're recovering now, but I'm going to be blunt and honest. I don't do this for the numbers, guys. I do not do this show for the numbers. Even though I love when my numbers are high, I don't do it for the numbers. I could have one viewer and that would be it. I'd be glad. Well, you know what I mean. One view and that would be like, oh, I did my show anyway. There are times that people have upset me and I've cut my show short. But, yes, I've known Rob for many, many years, and he's always had great ideas for a podcast, and it's great to see him doing his thing. I'm going to have to be honest with you, I met Russ. Russ is a fellow photographer, and I met Russ a long time ago. And I felt like he dropped off the edge of the earth because I hadn't seen or heard from him until all of a sudden one day he showed up on the Fair Catch. And if I'm saying the name of your show wrong, Rob, tell me so I can get it, so I can actually get it right. But Ange especially, I've been with Ange for probably between 20 to 25 years as a roommate, friend, and I consider her and her brother like my brother and sister. So I would guarantee you that if she tells you something, it's dead honest. And she won't she won't give you candy coated bullshit like some people. Hell, I've been following her advice to help lower my blood pressure and blood sugar. Yes, some of the stuff that I have to do is weird. It's not weird, but I went from having blood pressures in the
in the 200s.
In the 200. Oh, hang on. I used to have blood pressures of 240 over 210. And I had blood pressures in the 200s. I spent many of nights in the VA hospital, weekends, overnight being monitored. I went to the ER numerous times for blood pressure. We're not even going to discuss the ER. But, again, I'll make sure he sees it, Brian, and I'll tell him. Usually, if I'm right, Tom will be doing the production of that. But I'll remind Richard when I see him before I leave here today that you want to be in the Zoom call. And Brian, just so you have an idea, the Zoom is 406-371-073, and the password is friendship. Just so you have a heads up. I will message you that later, just so you have it in case you need it. But again, Brian, I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, man. You can come on my show anytime you want. You can call in. You can chit chat. We'll see how things go. I have no problems asking for guests. I will ask You can see on my post, I plan on dedicating a whole show next month to families with special needs kids, to find out how they handle things. But so far I have no takers. So we'll see. If not, I'll come up with something else. Again, Erie County Fair, the Veterans Group, put in submissions. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys something. I forgot all about this until about 2 seconds ago. This past Monday, I got to go out to Dunkirk and go on a fishing charter. It was 4 hours out on the water, and we caught 24 walleye. And 2 of those walleyes combined weighed over 10 pounds. So I have walleye fillets and chunks in my freezer downstairs that I will be pulling out to cook. Yeah.
Yep.
I also have a venison roast that I have to pull out, cut up, And I know a certain somebody wants jerky or some venison, but I might just have to not do that until later. I would
You
really,
can grind some up.
I would really like to do my jerky off of some fresh deer, not frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I'm trying to think of what else I got to say. But so Ange, do you got a topic you want to talk about, or Rob or Brian? You guys got a topic you want to talk about? Yes, they do have the best fish, and from what I was told, out in the Dunkirk area of Lake Erie, which most of the walleye are at, they got like, I think they said something like 85 million walleye. And it's down from 100 million because of people have been catching them. But dude, you really got to take a charter. I'm telling you, you got to take a charter to go out and fish for them. It is a blast. If you can handle the waves, if you can handle a little physical exertion reeling them in, it is a blast. But, it's funny because once the walleye decide to stop fighting, which is normally about 5-10 minutes after you start reeling, they will just glide in. The big one that I hooked into and brought in came at me mouth open. Took the ride in mouth open. And our charter captain and his first mate are participating in a tournament this weekend, a walleye tournament through their local conservation club. And I've pulled, like I said before, I've pulled in 24-inch rainbow trout out of DEC-controlled lakes, but that's enough about me.
Now what kind of fish is a walleye?
It's a predator, actually. Predator.
No.
Richard, Brian is planning on zooming in tomorrow night for the no exit experience. Okay. He wanted us to let you know. Okay. I told him I'll send him the the Zoom room number and password later on. So if you could send that to him, so he gets a. I'll do it. But a walleye is a predatory fish. They got a lot of bones, but what people don't understand is walleye have teeth all the way down into their gills. So if you stick your hand in there, be careful. They will chew you.
And
How
would you trim that?
Huh?
How would you trim that?
You would descale them and then just fillet them out, and only take. It's like, how do I put this? You would fillet them out, and you'd only take like the back straps and stuff like that because they've got a lot of bones around the rib area, and some of them are really fine bones, and they're not really cool. But for me to I don't want to give away my secret, but I will anyway. For me to cook any type of fish, mostly I'm going to use the recipe my aunt taught me, which is you take a piece of tin foil, you lay it down. You put your fillet or your fish, depending on what you caught or what you have, you put it in the tin foil, put a little butter, a little lemon juice, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and whatever herbs you want to use. Wrap it up really tight, put it in the oven or the Emerald, or even, I don't know, I've never tried it in the air fryer, but I'm going to one night. Put it in there for like 35 to 40 minutes, check it, and if it's a light pink and flaky, it's good to go. Sheep heads, what are sheep heads? Now I'm going to have to look them up, which is going to suck, because my brain doesn't want to work. But we've got a variety of fish here, people. We have trout. Yeah. We have salmon that come in during the late fall, early winter. We have different types of bass: largemouth, smallmouth, white bass, rock bass.
And where would you find them?
Like the salmon you would see up in Ontario, like on Lake Ontario, where they go up to breed. Some of the trout where I've seen trout are like DEC controlled lakes, or the DEC controlled lakes, or the Cattaraugus Creek is a big place for them. But you got to be very careful because they had a chemical spill up in the Cattaraugus Creek earlier in the year. Bass you would usually find around lily pads and rocks, especially the rock bass, the white bass. They're all over the place. You can catch them as far as in places where you want to keep them to eat them. I would say Niagara River would be a good place. A DEC controlled lake like Case Lake, Harwood Lake, or Oppenheimer Park, even Hyde Park. Let's be honest, Hyde Park's DEC controlled too. But you got to watch out for the golf balls because they have a golf course right next to the waterway, which is interesting. Lower Niagara, I've never fished the Lower Niagara River. I'm too afraid to go down there because of how do I put this? Rapids and the falls coming down. But I will tell you,
Yeah.
if you're going to fish Hyde Park, you come down Niagara Falls Boulevard, turn onto Hyde Park Boulevard, pull in right there by the bridge, and then take a pole with a light sinker, your bait, and a bobber. Toss it in next to the falls and let it drift out. Because the fish will be sitting at the bottom of the falls eating everything that keeps getting kicked up. There are people, let's be honest, I'm not a lure fisher. I don't fish with lures. I fish with live bait, which is worms, butter worms, and stuff like that. I'm not into throwing a minnow out there because minnows are expensive and they die quick. But if you hook into a trout on a ultralight pole, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a fight. But
Yeah.
there are different tools for different fishing.
Right.
Just like there are different tools for hunting.
Yeah.
Like you can hunt in New York State. You can hunt deer with a rifle, a pistol, a bow, a black powder, and even a crossbow. Where the? Now I just got my attention diverted for 2 seconds. Is that an NT?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where.
It's on our street.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where. Because there's a few things in there I wouldn't mind.
I know.
Okay, I got distracted for a second. Go ahead.
Have you heard about all that people are being moved out of their homes because of the toxic waste in their property?
Oh, up near Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Near Niagara Falls and
Yeah.
Lewiston. Yeah. There was a thing I just saw recently that a family wrote to the mayor, wrote to the head of the DEC, wrote to the congressman asking for testing to be done on their property to tell them if there's toxic chemicals, and they were ignored.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't want to help.
No, because the mayor of Niagara Falls is a corrupt bastard. Let's be honest with her. They literally somebody posted that. They've been trying to get the man out of office for years. Like perfect example, the Niagara Falls hockey arena that they have in Hyde Park is under new management because the Niagara Falls wanted nothing to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
But they did put up a memorial, and when I was up there the one time, they had a big, huge thing like the 9/11 flags that used to be at Gratwick Park.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of flags up there. I walked around. It was interesting. It was a day that I had time to kill before a photo shoot, so I walked around up there. But
Cool.
you know, like I've been saying, support your photographers, support your local artist, support your volunteer firemen, your volunteer cops, even though I can't stand cops. Support these people. Support your independent wrestlers. These guys are out there putting their physical health on the line just to entertain you. I don't know what else to talk about. I've ran out of subjects. Now I'm gonna have to come up with something. Now I'm just gonna have to wing it.
Yeah.
But the question is, where is my? How many? Is there still people watching me besides you?
It's just you and me.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
I was looking to see if I could find that map, but I can't seem to find it.
The map of what?
The area that they had the toxic
Oh,
area.
I just saw a map recently of
Yeah.
there's an old Indian burial ground on Tonawanda Island. I didn't.
Yeah,
know,
they don't care about the Native Americans either. They don't give a shit.
I didn't know that until I just
If
saw
it's
it.
sacred or not, they don't care. They just want to build on it and steal it.
I didn't know that until I saw that today.
Yeah.
But then there's also a lot of things going on in the area, like
Yeah.
they've, and I'm gonna. Ooh. Did I do that? Didn't I already do that one? I just. I'm gonna have to check into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it again, didn't I? I did.
What?
Kicked myself off the page I was on to look at things, but it happens. At my family's property in Strikersville, the lake is filled with bass. That's nice.
Nice.
You can actually you can go up there and fish that because it's your family's property. It's like the law says that if you own property, like say property with woods, you can fish that, hunt that with no license, and the DEC can not say a word because it's private property.
Yeah.
But it's always good. I'm gonna be blunt and honest with you. It's always good to keep your fishing license and hunting license with you, even if you're hunting private property. Because if you piss off the wrong person, if you cross over a boundary line, you could get in trouble if you don't have your fishing license or hunting license with you. Now, if it was me, I'd have a pond dead center in the middle of my property, so there would be no worrying about crossing over boundary lines.
Right?
Did you see that thing I sent you on Facebook with the dogs from the SPCA?
The ones for the lawyers?
Yeah, the ones I said the puppy hook lawyers are on their way.
Yeah.
That was hilarious, honestly, with their crime,
Yeah.
some of the crimes that they... What the hell is this?
They're so guilty.
I don't know who that is, but they're so guilty of the crimes they committed that I don't think the lawyers can get them off. So we have 18 minutes. Anybody got topics they want to discuss? If you can find a topic, we'll talk about it. We've already talked about how the government's corrupt. We've already talked about fishing and hunting, how to cook fish, and
I just saw that over the last year that Trump was able to make $2 billion in overseas business deals.
damn.
Yeah. While he's supposed to be working as our president, he's still doing business overseas and making money for himself while he steals our money.
So I'm going to ask you this, Rob. What is your favorite fish recipe? And one of these days I'm gonna bring a thing of lasagna with me or a piece of lasagna with me when I come here. The famous 2-ton lasagna.
What is it?
The famous 2-ton lasagna.
What about it?
I said I was gonna bring a piece with me when I came to do
where?
the show.
When you came to see who?
Hang on.
It's only going to be a half-ton lasagna.
Yeah. Still hurts my back putting it in the oven anyway.
I'm going to use a smaller pan.
I wouldn't say that out too loud. Or you'll have somebody or you'll have a certain individual banging at your door for a piece.
Nope.
Well, wait. I already forgot. She put it in order. Grilled,
Yeah.
fried, grilled, I'll eat it. Fried, grilled, I'll eat it. I love fish. Hey, maybe I got somebody that can pass down some of that walleye too, so it doesn't just sit in the freezer forever.
Yeah.
I still got catfish down there too. Holy crap! I forgot about that. I got catfish down there. I got pork chops down there. I gotta clean that freezer out.
You better start eating.
I gotta keep my Mikey figure.
Fish is good for you.
What was I gonna say? Let's see. Fuck. I'll look at that later.
It's a new word for your vocabulary.
So Rob, I'm gonna ask you this straight out. Where is your most favorite fish place that you like to get fish from? And Brian, if you're still here, chime in too. Which I think Brian probably left because he was probably at work. Me, I don't buy a lot of fish fries or places. I usually like cooking my own. And honestly, I like one of my most favorite places to buy my salmon and my trout is Aldi's. The stuff that comes in, it's not frozen, and it's usually packaged and fresh when it comes in. Can't say that for a lot of places. And they've got like plain. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call her. It says 4/14/26. That's interesting. I think she's a little late. If you look at what you just sent me, it says 4/14/26.
Yeah, but she just posted that
A day ago.
Yeah. The basic one is starting Tuesday 8/4, so that's August.
Probably
That's the basic. And the new classes are starting, so at 6 will be the basic, at 7 will be the basic, and then at 8 is the intermediate, and that's what Lily would go to.
Probably Broadway Hotel or Sawyer Creek. Where is Sawyer Creek? I've never heard of Sawyer Creek. I've never heard of the Broadway Hotel either, but I'm assuming those are Broadway Hotel is in Buffalo. But I have no clue where Sawyer Creek is. You know, last week we were talking about chicken wings. That was interesting. Some of the places that I've been to before that have served chicken wings are like Earl's, and then a couple of the local places. The only thing I really can't stand, and I'm gonna be honest when I say it, is I can't stand places that bake their chicken wings. The Boulevard in Nash. Which one is that? The Broadway Hotel or Sawyer Creek? But getting back to what I was saying, the people that
Sawyer Creek is that one, I think.
You know, but what I was saying is people that bake their chicken wings. Sawyer Creek is on Nash and the Niagara. Oh, the old Niagara Falls Hotel. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know where he's talking about. I was confused there for a second because it used to be called something totally different. There used to be a trailer park down in that area too before they cleared everything out and made homes. Like if you went down Nash Road by the boulevard, there used to be a trailer park back there. My aunt and her boyfriend lived in there.
Yeah.
I've seen my ins and outs of trailer parks, and believe me, I don't really care about them. Honestly. What was I gonna say? Oh, getting back to baked chicken wings. The reason I have a problem with baked chicken wings is okay. I understand. Like I was saying, the only reason I have a problem with baked chicken wings is that if you bake them, they're soggy. They're like soggy. They're not hard, like when you deep fry them. I know a lot of people are trying to figure out what I'm talking about, but I might have to check those places out because that actually sounds good for a fish fry.
Yeah.
I can tell you another place that has a really good fish fry, which is Avenue on Delaware. And that's exactly what it's called, the Avenue on Delaware. They have a really good fish fry. You get a big, huge plate. It comes with mac salad, coleslaw, fries, and a big piece of frickin' haddock fillet. And when I'm saying big, I'm talking probably about yay big and about yay wide. Wings are better fried and grilled. Yes, they are. But the only problem is a lot of these places that will grill them for you will upcharge you a lot. Because, like, for example, to get grilled chicken wings from, oh my God, the name just totally went through my mind. But again, like I said, to get grilled chicken wings, you're usually paying more. But we've talked about where the good food is. Let's let's actually kill the last 8 minutes with places that sell good subs.
Yeah.
So, where's your recommendation, Ange?
My favorite subs come from Franco's.
And they are usually like the turkey subs, right?
I like the turkey club with ranch.
The only problem I see with Franco's is sometimes they don't put enough cheese on there. They don't put enough cheese.
Yeah.
They don't put enough bacon on there.
If you order double meat, you get more turkey. If you order double bacon, you can get more bacon, and then you can just add your own cheese because we always have provolone cheese.
Okay, so Rob, you're up next. Where's your favorite place for a sub? To get a submarine sandwich. And what is it? Did I lose him again? I swear to God, I gotta tie him to a chair to keep him. Either that or he's watching Colosso Taco or Submasters. Colosso Taco. That's in Niagara Falls, isn't it? Or is that in Tonawanda? I think there's one in Tonawanda right off of I can't think of the name of it. I think it's Seymour Street. But I know where Submasters is, and yes, their subs are good. Assorted. Now, I'm going to be honest. There have been 3 or 4 good places that I've had subs. One of them is closed because the owner was a drug dealer. But I'm going to go with a store out in Olean. It's called Park and Shop, which has...
Oh, yeah.
Park and Shop has subs. They are... their idea of a whole sub is 2-foot-long subs. And dudes, I am not joking with you when I say when they make you a meatball sub, you're not getting baby meatballs. You're getting full-size meatballs. And you're getting 3 or 4 different types of cheese. Like, I would go there when I lived in Olean. I would get their idea of an assorted sub. Well, that's not what they called it. They called it something else. That thing was so thick that you could make 3 meals out of it. But of course, when I was eating like I used to, I could kill a whole sub in one sitting. But now, now I have to watch how much I eat. I got to try to stay slim and trim again, I don't need to be fighting with doctors.
No.
So, I'd ask Richard where his favorite sub place is, but he doesn't go out for subs. He'd rather have his raw food sub, which is basically apples and other fruits and stuff. Which would be an interesting sub, actually. Slice up some apples, lay them down like a bread, throw in some other pieces of fruit.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would slice the apples in thin slices and then fry them in some butter and cinnamon and then lay that on the roll with some Swiss cheese.
No, I haven't. Where is that at on the boulevard? It says Yubas or Yabbies or whatever. Oh my God, never mind. I'm not even going to butcher the name. But if you switch the letters around, it says Subby. Oh my God. But actually, getting back to what I was saying, the 3 places are the oh my God. The store, the Park and Shop in Olean. I like my subs from Franco's. I like my subs from Submasters. The best sub I've had is from Park and Shop, though, I have to admit. They make awesome subs. They make them huge. They make them full of stuff. I bought one for Ange, and I bought one for her brother at the time. I brought home a meatball sub for Ange, and she had to cut it up into like 4 pieces and have it like a half a sub one day, and then a half a sub the next day, and then, yeah. But that's because those subs are huge. And I only bought her a half. You guys, I only bought her a half a sub, which is a full foot-long sub at a normal restaurant. And like I said, we got cut up into like 3 or 4 pieces, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, if you're in a bind and need a quick sub, go to Wegmans. They make some awesome pre-made subs. And the way they if you have a regular, like if you get a sub made by their sub people, they will cut it in 4 pieces for you. But
What's it called?
it's the one at Wegmans.
No, the one out in Olean.
It's called Park and Shop. My problem with that is, Rob, it's never open when I want to go by there. Every time I've tried to go to that place, it has been closed. And I know where it's at. It's on Payne Avenue.
Oh, it's Jim's Park and Shop.
Oh, they changed the name to Jim's?
Yeah.
Does it list 2 locations, or does it just list the one now?
It's just on Front Street.
Okay, so they must have closed the one on West State.
I don't know. That might still be open.
Because they had 2 locations that I knew of. One on West State Street, down by where I used to live, and one on Front Street.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm going to take a drive out there.
Yeah.
But I also, if I'm going out there, I'm going out there. I'm gonna make it a multi-purpose drive. I'll probably go down to Case Lake and fish for a little bit early in the morning, and then go get a sub. Because I can't go fishing at Case Lake after, like, during the afternoon hours, because there's no shade, and it is hotter than all Hades. But I've got 34 seconds, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you for calling in, Ange, and I will see you when I get home.
All right.
So I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
And I'm down to my last 18 seconds. Be safe, be strong. See ya.